Hello everyone, welcome back my YouTube channel Salesforce Hunt. This is Rohit and today I'm going to discuss about very most important topic regarding the Apex. So topic name is how to detect Apex runtime context. Right. So detecting the context in the Apex code is running in Salesforce is very crucial for the efficient, reliable and optimized performance. And this allows to developer to better understand and manage the context in the Apex code is executing partially, particularly when trying to correlate logs across multiple components or the process triggered by the single request. So Salesforce provides different types of method like system.isFuture, system.isBatch, system.isQueryable, right, to detect the execution of the context. But we can also use system.request class, which offer more comprehensive way to detect the Apex runtime context by using this method. Request.getCurrent.getEquity. If you want to learn this new topic, let's say good topic, so you can watch this video until end and don't skip any part of this video if you want to learn these things. Okay, and I request you to all please like, share, comment, subscribe this channel. Also turn on the bell icon for more updates so you never miss any kind of update from my side. So let's get started without any further delay. So first of all, I already discussed about the equity. So this is given by the Salesforce, right? And this method returns the enum value, represent the specific of the execution, let's say REST API, Aura, batch, future, queryable, schedule, web page, or other context. Okay, so now first of all you have to open your developer console or VS Code based on your need. Right now I'm using like developer console, so this is my developer console. So once I use this developer console, now after some time you have to create your context detector. So let me create a new Apex class and name it anything, but in my context I'm using like context detector. Context detector, right? So this is my Apex class, and this is a simple Apex class and contain the get equity code. So now let me create the method, let's say public, that is the static method we can access by a class name. So public static void and detect context. Okay, context, and after that you have to write request.getCurrent. That is the class given by the Salesforce. So let's say it's always written the request req info equal to like request dot get current current. So this is the method. Okay, so you have to write this class contain this kind of method like get current. Okay, and after that you have to write your equity. So equity so equity, so this is the equity current. It can be anything. Right now I'm using like current type equal to, this is the variable. Let me copy this variable, paste it here, right? Make it some space for better understanding, like that. So get info dot, you have to use get equity. Okay, so just so you can copy it because this is the method get equity in this class. After that you have to close it. Okay, let me try to save this and let's see anything is happen or not. So now you can see our class successfully saved. After that you can write your switch statement. Let's say switch, this is switch, right? Switch on the current type. So we have to iterate or we have to find out like switch on current type. After that in this body we have to check like when REST, if anything is related to the REST API, so this piece of code will be executed and we can find out the context of the REST, right? So when REST, after that you have to write like system.debug, right? And here we can write like REST context. It can be anything you can write. This is the purpose of this video. Like we can easily find out the Apex context, which one is execute wherever we execute, right? So it's a very helpful for the developers to identify the Apex code. Okay. After that, let me create another block, that is one block. And this time I want to use like Aura. If anything related to the Aura component, that piece of code will be executed here, right? So let's say system.debug here, let's say Aura context, something like that, right? After that, let me create for the, you can create the batch, queryable, future, anonymous window as well, right? So for now, I'm giving you only 4-5 contexts. You can use different types of context because it's a enum, right? So enum contain more than one value at a time, right? So you can contain it. So let's say when like anonymous window. It's an anonymous window when anonymous window. Here we have to write like a system.debug. Here, let's say we copy it, paste it here, context. So context. Last is, let's say you can use like a batch, queryable, or future or something like that. Right now I'm using only this context like REST or anonymous window and React page, right? So here we can use it. So let me copy it and paste it here, and it's a VF. Okay, so this is the VF page here. Okay, so let me try to save this. And once we save it, we have to check the Apex code context. Right now we have like 4 scenarios here, right? You can use anything as you want, but let me try to check first of all this anonymous window. So how we can execute this class with the help of anonymous window and identify which code will be executed in this context. So first of all, just click on this debug, open the execute anonymous window. So this is the anonymous window, right? So just copy this class, or let me do that one thing. Let me create the list of account. First of all, right? It can be anything, but for now, I'm using this one, equal to, and some has to create. Like select ID, name, from, account, something like that, right? And this semicolon. And let me print out here this ACC list. Okay. And after that, ACC list. Right. And after that, you can use this class to check this piece of code inside the execute anonymous window or not. How we can identify? Just use this class dot, and this is a static method we can use directly using class name. So this is the method, right? So in this piece of code, we have like 4 scenarios, like a REST API, Aura, anonymous window, VF page. So in this case, this piece of code will be execute here, right? So how we can check it? So just click on this open log, click on this execute, and let's see what will be the output. Just execute here, click on this debug only. Now you can see anonymous context is executed. So this is very helpful for us. Which one is execute, right? So to identify the Apex context, right? So we have already checked the anonymous window. Now it's time to check the REST. So let me create the REST, class or REST example, and then we will see here. So let me create the REST class. So create new Apex class first. It can be anything. For now, I'm using this REST, context. Click enter. Now this is the class. So how we can make it this REST API? So first of all, you have to notate like REST resource. Okay, REST resource. Once you write this REST resource, right, then under this one, you have to write the URL mapping equal to, and then get this method, just you can call that class. Let me copy this class name, paste it here, use that method, this one, right? So let me try to save this. And once you save this, now you have to execute this class. Now successfully saved, you can see here, right? So how we can execute this REST, class, and we can identify using this context detector, like which one is execute, right? We have execute, means execute, or REST execute. So which one is execute based on the, context. Right now we are using, REST resource. So we have to use the REST API, right? So how we can use that? So if you don't know about the Salesforce Inspector, you can watch my previous video, because I already created lots of video regarding this REST Explorer in the, Salesforce Inspector. So you can use it, right? So first of all, you have to use like slash services, okay, slash Apex REST, okay, and then your detector context URL mapping. So you can use here, right? And click on the send button. So before that, we don't have any logs here, right? So we have to check the logs as well. Now let me click on the send button. And once you click on the send, now you can see the status code is 200. It means our REST execution is successfully done. So here you can see also like a slash detect context. You can double click on this one and you can check out here the debug log. So you can see REST context is execute. Why? Because our context detector have this code, and this is the Quiddity class, right? And this Quiddity have the method that get Quiddity. So you can see these all, piece of code, and you can easily identify the Apex context. So we already identified two things. One is anonymous window, and second one is the REST Explorer. Now it's time to check the Aura and VF page as well. So let me create the Aura, and then after that we will see this, context. So you can create the, Apex class. So let me create the Apex class. It can be anything. Let's say Aura example, something like that. So this is the Apex class. Under this Apex class, let me add the notation that is Aura enabled. If you want to execute the Apex code using Aura, so always use this notation Aura enabled, right? After that, public static and string. I can use like a string because I want to return some string, right? String like execute call, something like that. So this is the method. Under this method, let me use this class name because I want to check the Aura is execute or not. So this is the one dot this method, right? After that, I can return, let's say return, right? Like Aura execute, something like executing, right? Let me try to save this class. And once you saved it, now you have to create the Aura component. Okay, so we can create the Aura component using this developer console, like a new and the lightning Aura. So under here, you can use as let's say demo Aura. We can use anywhere as you want, like this. These all interface. So just click on the save. So this is the Aura component is created successfully, right? So under here, we have to use it like a controller. So controller, right? Controller equal to our controller name. So our controller name is here. This is like Aura example. So just you have to copy it, paste it here. Let me try to save this. Now it's saved successfully, right? And components always comes for the design purpose. So here you can see this is the JS file. You can see like demo Aura controller.js, right? So now we have this method in the component that is called detect context. So let me copy this name, paste it here, action. We have to use like action. Under this one, we have to pass the action as well. Okay, try to save this. And once you saved it, now we have to check the execution. So we already created, right? So how we can execute this one? So you can create the Lightning app using here, let's say Aura demo app. Okay, click on the submit. And here, this is the application. Under this application, we have to use our component. All right. So C colon and like a demo Aura. Just set this and click on this preview. So once we clicked on this preview, now our execution, here you can see the button. Once you clicked on this one, now Aura executed. Under the developer console, we can check this Aura is executed or not using the context detector class, that is equity. So now you can see Aura context is executed. So we already did like 3 examples regarding this context detector like Apex, right? One is anonymous window, second is REST, and third is Aura. Now final is like VF page. So how we can identify the VF page is executed or not in this detector. So first of all, you have to do one thing. Just create the Apex class again. It's a very simple things, right? So let's say Apex class. You can create one class, and under the one class you can add the all the methods, right? For better understanding purpose, segregation purpose. That's why I'm using the separate Apex class. So now here you can use like a VF example. Click on this OK button. Now you can see the class. Under this class, I can create my method. Okay. And let's say public, as a public, like public void detect VF page. Yeah. Is something like this is the method. Under this one, I just call my class with this method because this is the main class context detector to identify the Apex execution. Try to save this class. And once you save this class, now you can see successfully saved. I can create my VF page here, like new, and now you can see the visual first face, like VF detector, something like that. Click on this OK button. Now under here, I can use my controller. Let's say controller is a string, and my controller name is this is Apex class. Like we have, for example, let me copy it, paste it here, right? Under here, I can create my Apex form. Okay, under this form, we can use like command button, like Apex command button, this one. Command button contains the value. So here you can see the lots of attribute, right? So we can use here like value, and value you can give like detect context, something like that. After that, like action. So action always comes here like exclamatory mark, and detect via face, that is method. Detect via face. Let me paste it here, right? And try to save this. So let me save this page, and once you saved it, now you have to click on this preview button, and we have to check which context is executed or not here. So just here you can see the detect context. Just click on this detect context. Now it's executed. Under here you can see Apex detection, right? So just click on this one. Click on this one. Now you can see we have context. So we already proved like 4 contexts regarding this context detector class, like REST, Aura, anonymous window, and the VF page. So this is how you can, identify, or you can easily, you can easily, find out the Apex detect runtime context with the Quiddity. So guys, I hope you learned something new in this video. If you feel like this is a very more informative for us, so please like, share, comments, subscribe the channel, also turn on the bell icon for more updates so you never will miss any kind of update from my side. And till then, bye bye, take care, see ya. Thank you for watching, guys.